Here's Papaya, an image editor that I've been working on for a while now. It's got a few important features to offer. For one, it works in the browser. Just go to papaya.io and there it is. No ads, paywalls, or forced logins. It works on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. Secondly, Papaya has nodes instead of layers, which makes it substantially more powerful than traditional image editors. Let's have a look at how this works. Papaya starts up with an empty document that looks like this. It starts us out with one node. At this point, we could resize the document or start drawing. But for now, let's open an existing image. The graph panel doesn't have thumbnails yet, so you're going to have to use your imagination a little bit. The image has been loaded up into this node. We can play around with the node's opacity, or we can toggle the whole node off and on. Let's import another image. We can use this button, or just drag an image in. Notice that a new node was added in the graph panel on top of the old one. The graph panel shows the structure of the document we're working with. Data flows upward from the bottom. This node with the cat is drawn first, followed by this one with the saxophone. The transform tool is active right now. This one tool can do cropping, expansion, rotation, rescaling, and panning. Let's click and drag on the saxophone to pan it around. To edit the bottom node, we single click it. Now if we pan, that one moves. Let's undo this. Switching back to the top node, we can rescale the saxophone by dragging the arrows or rotate it here. The third significant feature of Papaya is that transformations like these are non-destructive. Even if we scale down the saxophone, it still retains its original resolution. If we scale it back up, we won't lose detail. So far, we've only created new nodes by importing images. We can also create new nodes by using the plus sign in the graph panel. For now, there's only one kind of node in Papaya. I plan to add more types soon. Let's create an empty node. Now we can switch to the brush tool and give this cat some shades and drop the opacity a little bit. Let's frame this thing. Let's import one more image. As before, we'll rescale it and pan it to fit our needs. We can use the scroll wheel to zoom and right-click drag to move the view around. Now let's recrop the document to fit. So far the document kinda looks like a traditional layer setup. At the bottom we have the cat, then the saxophone, then the shades, and then the frame. To show you the power of nodes, let's import one last image of a different frame. We can drag any node anywhere in the graph panel. This doesn't change the way the document is drawn. So let's move the new frame one cell to the right. Again, the document does not change. Now we pull a link from the output of the node with the shades and plug it into the new frame node. Notice that the old frame disappeared. This is because, unlike layers, nodes can diverge. A node only renders what it receives as input. In the graph, you can see that the old frame is grayed out because it's not in the render path anymore. Let's reposition the new frame just like the old one. Well, where did the old frame go? This is the final piece of the puzzle. You can double-click a node to set it as the render node. Using this, we can easily switch between the two branches of the graph. So double-clicking makes a node the render node, and single-clicking makes it the edit node. So if you don't have any branches, then the graph is identical to a conventional editor with layers. Nodes get rendered bottom up. In a conventional editor, the topmost layer is always the render layer. In Papaya, any node can be the render layer. This ability to branch the node graph will become extremely powerful as I add more types of nodes to Papaya. For now, Papaya is limited in functionality, but what it does well. It is built in WebAssembly and is GPU accelerated with WebGL, so it runs fast. If you want to quickly composite multiple screenshots or something next to each other with some markup, give it a shot. You can copy and paste from the clipboard. This is really nice for quick editing. If you want to save to disk, use the export button up top. That's it for now. If this looks interesting, please try it out at papaya.io and let me know what you think.